Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. We are back, finally, with some more Chainsaw Man. As always, no spoilers, please, come on, behave. I'll be ignoring you guys while I am reading, but, you know, just to be safe. I hope I enjoy the new chapter as well. I mean, it's Chainsaw Man, of course I'm gonna be enjoying this chapter, right? Alright, I am going to... Wait a minute, how am I gonna do this? Let's pull up the bingo card first. I was planning on changing it, but then I decided not to. Like, this is the bingo card that I made last time, and I don't want to change it. Like, I was about to change it, right? Adding in some like Mitaka centric like points here, but then I decided nope, I'm not gonna change it. It will remain so. And speaking of Mitaka, I'm just gonna be talking just a bit before I actually deep dive into the chapter, right? Because there are some theories coming up on my head, right? And I was about to talk about it like before the chapter comes out, but I guess that's too late right now because the chapter is already out. But so yeah, I'll let you guys know my current position and my current stance on Mitaka and her character and what I think Fujimoto is going to go with that character before we actually dive deep into the chapter, right? Oh, no worries, Metronomian. That's fine. But as I was about to say, Mitaka, right? So again, I have not read the latest chapter yet, but here's what I think is gonna happen with Mitaka, because there's a couple of things that people are debating when the previous chapter was released, right? And that is Mitaka a fiend or is she a hybrid, right? And I talked about this saying that I don't think she is a hybrid because of the fact that it's not necessarily a contract, right? Now again, I could be wrong. Fujimoto could just flat out, you know, ruin my entire like theory within this next chapter that I'm about to read. But I don't think she is a fiend, and I don't think she is a hybrid. I think she is something new, right? And I think what Fujimoto is gonna do with her is that it's gonna be a situation where it's gonna be like a dual personality type of deal, right? So we have Asamitaka, and then we'll probably and then we're gonna have like the War Devil, right? And they're both gonna be coexisting in the same body. I think that's what Fujimoto is aiming for. Why? Because it makes for great internal conflict, right? So I'm imagining right now, right? Asamitaka, right? She is gonna go back and forth between her real self and the War Devil, right? Kind of like in JJK, how Yuji Itadori and Sukuna kind of coexist with one another, right? That's kind of like the mindset that I'm thinking Fujimoto is going to go for with this character, right? Because it would make for some really interesting and for some like really great internal conflict, right? Because I'm imagining, right, Asamitaka is a human, right? She has human desires. She, in the previous chapter, says she wants to make some friends, especially a boyfriend, right? So I'm imagining a scenario, and I'm gonna be predicting this, right? I'm gonna be predicting how Chainsaw Man Part 2 is gonna go, right? I'm gonna be predicting how Chainsaw Man Part 2 is gonna go, and I'm going to predict how Chainsaw Man Part 2 is actually gonna end, right? Like, I haven't even read the latest chapter. I'm just going off on the first chapter, right? So I think Asamitaka is gonna meet Denji. She's gonna befriend Denji. She is going to fall in love with Denji. She is going to see Denji for who he truly is. And then she's going to realize that Denji is actually the Chainsaw Man, and that's where the internal conflict begins with the War Devil. Asamitaka would not want Denji to die. She would no longer want to fight Denji. But then the War Devil's gonna like, no, he is the Chainsaw Man. We need to get rid of him. So that is going to make like a real hard internal conflict between Asamitaka herself and the War Devil within her, right? They'll probably form a bond and a relationship, right? As the story progresses. But once we reach that point where Asamitaka probably realizes that Denji is probably a good guy and not the bad devil that she thinks he is, then that's gonna make like some Fujimoto psychological level of just basically pure internal conflict of, no, I don't want Denji to die, and then the War Devil's gonna be taking over her body saying, nope, we need to kill him, right? All that stuff. And then by the end of it, prediction, by the end of it, either A, Asamitaka can get control of the War Devil and kind of becomes, like an actual friend, an ally to Denji, or what I think is gonna happen, Asamitaka's gonna sacrifice herself. Prediction. That's my prediction. By the end of part 2 of Chainsaw Man, Asamitaka is gonna sacrifice herself so that the War Devil dies, so that Denji can survive. That's my hot prediction right now. But this is Tatsuki Fujimoto we're talking about, so maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. But anyways, 25 people on the stream. I think that's enough just for my tiny little intro, small little insight of what I think is gonna happen for Chainsaw Man. So let's actually dive into the story, shall we? Alright, let me get the actual chapter here. Let me just delete my... Let's get rid of the bingo. And let's go here. And I'm going to put the overlay on because copyright. But you guys can still see, so it should be good. Alright, here we go. Let's actually turn off the music, actually. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to continue Chainsaw Man Part 2. So, we have Mitaka. Tokyo temperatures hit a record high today, and she is in bed. Be sure to take sufficient precautions against heat strokes even at home, and stay hydrated outside. Speaking of going outside, Chainsaw Man has yet to appear this week. Interesting. So what has Denji been up to these days, right? Huh. Mitaka looks at the window, seeing her reflections. No scars. Was it all a dream? Okay. So. Am I right? Is this actually gonna be a dual personality situation where Mitaka and the War Devil is gonna go back and forth between who's gonna be taking over the body? It seems like it, right? It seems like it. No scars. Was it all a dream? Wait, what the fuck? wait a minute. Wait, Fujimoto, wait, how? Wait a minute. Chainsaw Man Chapter 99, Two Birds, by Tatsuki Fujimoto. This could just be her imagination. This could just be like how she sees the War Devil, right? Like, like this doesn't mean like the War Devil is actually there physically in person, right? This could be just like how Fujimoto is trying to showcase how Mitaka is going to talk with the War Devil, right? Doesn't mean that the War Devil is here. This is no dream, girl. Duh! What? Mitaka's pinching like, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is not a dream. This is your reality. Hurry up and accept it. Now eat and go to school. Disobey, and I will kill you. Okay. Okay. There doesn't seem like to be any like difference between the two in terms of appearance, except for the scar and the eyes. Everything else feels like roughly the same, and the hair as well. Okay. Next page. She's still pinching. I told you this is no dream, idiot. Face reality. Look at the news. Your teacher and class president both died yesterday. We killed them. Together. Excuse me? I didn't kill anyone. You killed them? Okay, so she can't touch the War Devil, alright? So it's like I said, it's not her. It's not the War Devil physically there. You can't touch me. Your brain is seeing me as a hallucination. A hallucination? What do you... You died yesterday. Wait, so... So who... Now we're getting into the trippy stuff. So who between them is actually the one that is in the physical world right now? Is it actually the War Devil, or is it actually Mitaka herself? Because at first I thought it was just Mitaka, you know, the one that is actually there, and then the War Devil is just like a figment of her imagination. Or not a figment of her imagination, but like what the War Devil is saying right now, a hallucination, right? Like a projection of what her internal mind is speaking. Now I'm doubting it. Now I'm thinking that Mitaka is the one that is the ghost, quote unquote, and the War Devil is actually the one that is in the physical world because of what we see in the previous chapter. I am the War Devil. I claim your body. So I guess that is the case. Shit. So I was 50-50 on that. But okay. So the War Devil is the one that is in the physical world, and Mitaka is the one that is not in the physical world. Okay. Beautiful paneling by Fujimoto once again. She walks outside. If you took my body, how can I still move? I left half your brain intact. I'm unfamiliar with human society. This should keep them from finding out I'm a devil at school. Why do you want to go to school so badly? Because Chainsaw Man's there. What? Check your pocket. Okay. A devil killed by Chainsaw Man was found clutching that button. I checked into it and found out its use for the school's uniforms. That means Chainsaw Man is going to your school. Incognito. Okay then. On second thought, I don't want to go in there. If you won't obey me, I can always take the rest of your brain. If I do, this time, you'll really die. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. Like, I'm really enjoying the tone and what Fujimoto is approaching with her character, right? Internal conflict, right? Anybody that I notice here? No, no, no. I still don't. I don't want to go to school. I'm not bluffing. You'll be dead and gone. Do you hear me, girl? You'll die. I'd rather die than go in there. Oh, what a pain. Somebody's coming in from the back. Who is this? Who is this? Wait. Am I misremembering? Wait. That is him, right? Fuck, I'm remembering. Why am I forgetting his name? I haven't read the first. I haven't read part 1 in a long time. I was not prepared for this. What was his name? Yoshida. That's right. The only other people that survived in part 1. Okay. He okay there? It's the okay. Interesting. He okay there? Okay. Since he is looking at the real Mitaka, then ooh, interesting. Okay. Okay, yeah. So now Mitaka is the one that is in control of the body, and War Level is the one that is not in control for now. Gotcha. All right. Want me to walk you to the nurse's office? I'm okay. No problems here. Girl, ask if he knows Chainsaw Man's secret identity. Will you shut up for a second? She sounds like a crazy person, like talking to like nobody. Huh? I wasn't talking to you. Fine. I'll ask him. Oh shit! So now it's her. Okay. So now the War Devil is taking over, right? She walks into her, probably taking over the body. Hey, boy, do you know anything about Chainsaw Man going to this school? So how does that work? Like how does this work? Okay, like I am imagining Yoshida right now, just looking at this girl, right? Completely normal, and then in a split second, suddenly scars turned up. Her eyes became Makima's eyes, and then the hair just suddenly became different. How does this work? I mean, questions that don't actually need answers, right? I can just roll with it. Huh? Those scars. My body. I heard that was a rumor, but I just transferred here, so I don't know much else. What was the difference between Yoshida and Denji's like age? Like, was Denji older than Yoshida, or was Denji younger than Yoshida? I'm misremembering. Chat, help me out. I'm actually looking at the chat right now. Don't spoil it, but help me out. Was Denji older than Yoshida or younger, or are they like on the same age? but the hair seems to be the same. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. Interesting. I think they are the same age. Okay, okay. Yeah, so the hair is the same, but God damn it, Fujimoto! Why do you have to turn my brain on again? Maybe what everybody else sees is the normal Mitaka, right? Right. Physically, maybe what everybody else is seeing is just Mitaka in her normal self. Like we don't see, people don't actually see her scars or her eyes. Maybe all of that is just something that Mitaka herself can see, but not everybody else. I don't know. I think if somebody just sees you suddenly change appearance, they would go, "Holy shit, what the fuck," right? And my boy Yoshida would probably, his instincts would probably go, "Wait a minute, something's off here," right? But okay, let's continue. I heard that was a rumor, but I just transferred here, so I don't know much else. Only that Chainsaw Man might be in the Devil Hunter Club or something. Wait, what? The Devil Hunter Club? So wait, wait. This really is gonna be a school manga, isn't it? We got the Devil Hunter Club. So replacing the actual Devil Hunter association or whatever, it's actually gonna be a club at school. Well, this is fun. I know most of the people in that Devil Hunter Club is probably gonna die, but okay. What is that face that she is? This is some like seductive faces right here, right? What the War Devil is like giving. Hey, boy. I shall I make you my boyfriend? What? What is War Devil's kind of it's kind of a loose cannon. Shall I make you my boyfriend? Mitaka's like, nah, I'm good. Bye. Absolute chat energy. No thanks, I'm good. Silence, wench. I'm good. I don't want a girlfriend. I'm sorry. Bye. Why did you ask him out? I have the power to turn what's mine into weapons. Okay. The War Devil was hoping that by making him into a boyfriend, and that means he belongs to her, and then that technically means that I don't think the War Devil understands how relationships work. But okay. So at least we know Denji and Yoshida's gonna be like best mates, right? In class. That'll be sweet. That will be like sweet and fun to interact with. Sekima Yoshida? Yeah, exactly. Nah, I'm good. Right, and then she leaves. She asks, "Why did you ask him out? I have the power to turn what's mine into weapons." If that boy fell for me, it would make him mine, no? I could turn him into a weapon then. I want to turn as many humans into weapons as I can to go to war with Chainsaw Man. And I love how Fujimoto is doing this, right? We are seeing, like, the world is alive, right? We see everybody, the students walking, right, in the background, in the foreground, as the War Devil is saying this, right? I want to turn as many humans into weapons as I can, as like all of the students are like walking, right? Potential prey. Ooh, this is juicy. This is great. Because if the War Devil succeeds, then that means Denji is gonna be fighting the entire school. Essentially, right? Because it can happen, right? It can happen. The War Devil can basically lure people in, right? Have many followers, right? Become the, like the popular kid in school. Because that's crazy, right? Mitaka before was like the shy introvert, right? She doesn't want any friends, right? She's a loner, she's antisocial, she just wants to be left alone. But now that the War Devil is, taking over, now she's more extroverted, right? Now she is more, outgoing. Right, I can see, like, I mean, since Fujimoto is taking the school formula for part 2, I can see like a situation where Mitaka can actually, like, for example, run as like the student council president, for example, right? Or maybe became or maybe become like the popular kid, right? And like what is it like the school, like the school sweetheart, right? People are gonna look up to Mitaka, right? Even though it's not actually Mitaka, it's actually the War Devil pulling the strings, right? But if that does happen, then that means the War Devil is gonna get a lot of followers. Potential weapons, right? That could cause a problem. And again, internal conflict. Mitaka may not want this at all, right? She doesn't want this. She doesn't want to see her friends dying, right? So, who knows? Or maybe Fujimoto is actually going for the more depressive character falling into like the deep end. Maybe it's actually gonna change Mitaka for what she is. Like right now she is an introvert. Right now she is what she is right now. I'm blanking out. But like maybe, I mean, it could go either way, right? One, Mitaka can still be true to herself and, kind of stops the War Devil herself, or she would succumb to it, accepts it, and becomes the War Devil. I don't know if YouTube kind of cut me off there. I think my internet kind of was kind of fluctuating there. But I was essentially saying, hey, she could probably, gather like a lot of like friends, right? She starts as somebody who doesn't have friends. Now she's gonna have friends, all thanks to the War Devil's like efforts and her charisma. And then those can become, her new weapons. Alright, sorry. Talking a bit too much there. I want to turn as many humans into weapons as I can to go to war with the Chainsaw Man. Turning humans into weapons? Going to war with Chainsaw Man? Huh? Wait a sec, hold up. I'm involved with some serious stuff right now, aren't I? Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Mitaka. Yes, you are. You are involved in a Fujimoto manga. Prepare to die. This devil murdered my teacher and the class president. I mean, a war devil is bad news, right? The scarier a devil's name, the stronger it is. Can I even turn back into a normal person to begin with? Excellent question. Sooner or later, won't this devil take over my body for good? Exactly. The internal conflict. I have to talk to a devil hunter. Do you now? Well, you're in luck because there's actually 2 devil hunters in school right now. And one of them is the Chainsaw Man. Oh my god. Every time Fujimoto draws the War Devil version of Mitaka, it's kinda hot, not gonna lie. I'm simping for the War Devil, okay? I'm not simping for Mitaka. Mitaka's underage. She's a high schooler, alright? Don't get it twisted. I'm not simping for Mitaka. I'm simping for the War Devil. There's a difference. There's a difference. What? What? I'm right. Right. I'm not wrong. I'm simping for the War Devil. I'm not simping for her. She saw it. She saw it here. Not Mitaka, but the War Devil. I am so down bad. I hate my life. Spill the beans about me to anyone and you're dead. You can't hide your thoughts from me. I am you. You finally understand your situation. Good. We're going to join the Devil Hunter Club to find Chainsaw Man. Oh boy. If we can beat Chainsaw Man, I'll return your body. Doubt. No. It's literally a deal with the devil. No. The War Devil's not going to return your body. No. No, that's not how it works. I trust you'll cooperate. God damn it. God damn it. I'll help you. So you better give back my body. It's not gonna happen, girl. It's not gonna happen. 3 birds flying. I mean, we can't really see the birds, but I'm assuming they're like crows, right? Aftermath of war, right? Crows everywhere. Alright, here we go. First year students, thanks for coming. Welcome to the Devil Hunter Club tryouts. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here. This club only accepts those strong enough to fight devils. You will patrol the city for devils in groups of 3. You have 1 week to bring back a dead devil. Do that and you're in. What the fuck is this fucking club? It's actually a suicide club. What the fuck? Like, no, this is a terrible idea. What the fuck? No, you do not want to make a club that goes out hunting devils. Like, you're not professionals, you're kids. What the fuck? What? No. You're going to die. Why are you doing this? Professional devil hunters are dying left, right, and center. How can kids be? I don't. I mean, yeah, it's Fujimoto. To keep things fair, we'll be choosing your group members as we see fit. You, and you. Your team. Good luck. Okay. I'm not going to flip to the next page yet. If they show Mitaka, Yoshida, and Denji, that's it. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who? Who is this? Who is this? Who's this nerdy glass? Who? Hey, nice to meet you, partners. Okay, not what I was expecting, but... Well, Mitaka's gonna have a hard time because she's gonna be with this boy that she technically proposed, right? To be her boyfriend. no, no, wait, who are you? Who are you? Who is this? Who is this? Also love how Fujimoto is like drawing her eyes. But who is this? So we got a devil hunter, we have an actual devil, and then we have the mystery, we have the enigma. She'll be dead in 5 chapters. She'll be dead in 5 chapters, but this is interesting. No Denji! Again, no Denji! 2 chapters in, I thought we were gonna be cutting into Denji in this chapter, and then we're gonna be meeting with Mitaka again later on, right? That was what I was thinking was gonna happen, right? I thought first chapter we introduced with Mitaka, right? Introducing the new villain, the War Devil. Then next couple of chapters we cut back to like maybe Denji and Ayuta, we hang out with them, and then maybe a couple of chapters later we cut back to like Mitaka and how she's holding up. No, we're actually still keeping up with the Mitaka storyline. Great, I love it. We have essentially a new trio right now, right? We got Yoshida, we have Mitaka, we have this new kid who we don't know, right? Interesting. Fujimoto is literally creating a new trio, replacing the original? Alright, I can actually see the chat without being spoiled. We're gonna be discussing this entire chapter, right, for the foreseeable how many minutes, hours, I don't know. So stick around if you do want to talk about this chapter because it's really, really fun. The girl with glasses looks like someone from the Assassin's Arc. Wait, what? From the Assassin's Arc? She doesn't have scars in the last panel, so yeah, not everyone sees the scars in those eyes. Yeah, right. I think the scars and her eyes and whatever, you know, it's only there so that we as a reader can like understand and differentiate between the two, and also probably because maybe Mitaka's the only one that can actually see it, right? The girl doesn't know what she is on the team with the War Devil and someone that box Crunchy. I mean, there's 2 possibilities, right? There's 2 possibilities for this character. 1, she's just a normal human being, or 2, she's a devil, right? There's only 2 possibilities. We don't know which is which, right? But it's Fujimoto. Anything can go, right? Let's see. Xander says, I think she's the daughter of the guy who controlled the Stone Devil. Chainsaw Man Part 2. Chainsaw Man appearances? 0, says Tom. Yeah. I like it though. I like it. It's completely subverting our expectations so far, because we've all been kind of wanting like, oh, Denji and Ayuta, right? Denji and Ayuta. Nope. Completely new character, completely new focus. I enjoyed it. Now, the theory of Chainsaw Man actually being the antagonist of Part 2 kind of slowly makes sense, right? A lot of people are saying maybe we're seeing Chainsaw Man Part 2 from Mitaka's point of view, and then Chainsaw Man is gonna be like the antagonist, right? The one that is opposing Mitaka's goals, especially the War Devil's goal, right? Interesting. I don't think that is gonna be the case. Obviously, we're gonna be meeting Denji. Obviously Fujimoto is building up Denji's like appearance, right? We don't want to immediately show Denji right off the bat, right? The fact that Fujimoto is keeping Denji in chains right now, we're not seeing Denji, only makes his appearance later on all the more hype, right? We're slowly building it up, and I cannot wait to actually meet Denji. What else? Imagine if Denji ends up being the president of the Devil Hunting Club. That would be funny, but I don't think that is I don't think that is the case. I think. I think this person is actually the the president of like the Devil Hunting Club. I think because he's the one who's like making the speech right now. I mean, it would make sense, right? The leader of the club should be the one giving the speech. So I think he is the president. This character interests me, right? Because there's a distinct the character has a distinct design to it, right? Which is the eye bags, right? You don't just make a character, you know, with a distinct kind of like feature without making it to be somebody who is at least important for like a couple of chapters. So I think we're gonna be seeing more of her, right? This character who seems to be like sleepy all the time, like the sleep devil, sleep deprivation devil. Because everybody else doesn't have it. So interesting. I have a nice idea about the War Devil power. I mean, well, we have a lot of like I mean, we see some of its powers already, right? Yoshida is 100% there to stalk down Mitaka. Ah, maybe, right? The news comes up, 2 people dying, right? And they're all from this school. Maybe you're actually right. Maybe Yoshida's there because he's being sent there. I mean, also because he wants to go to school, right? But it could also make sense that Yoshida is there actually to basically track down whoever is responsible for killing those 2 people, right? Interesting. Look up Kusakabe, the resemblance is uncanny. Okay. Give me a sec. Oh, it said, wait a minute. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Good catch. Let's see. Maybe the scars and or eyes appear only when the War Devil is controlling the body. At first I thought that was the case, but after reading the chapter, I don't think that is the case. I think that's just a way for Fujimoto to basically, you know, give us, the audience, like an idea of who is who, right? Because if the War Devil did in fact change, you know, take over her body, and then the scars and the eyes, you know, appears, then that would immediately, Yoshida would immediately notice that. Yoshida would immediately be like, hey, you're a devil, aren't you? I have seen those eyes before. You ain't fooling me, right? Right? So I don't think that is the case. I think the scars and the eyes are just there for visual difference sake, and it's just for us, the audience, to basically have, you know, a better differentiation between the two. I don't think the scars and the eyes appear physically in Mitaka's body. I hope Denji has a cool new hairstyle or something. I mean, his hairstyle was already great to begin with, so I have no issues at all. What are you thinking about the ability when she says all civilians fighting, all people start fighting, and all killing, crazy and chaos happening? What the button that Mitaka found was the same one in the last panel of 97 where the cord is pulled. Oh, you're right. You're probably right. You're probably right. I mean I remember the scene. Hang on. We're going back. We're going back to chapter 97. Give me a sec. Where is it? Where is it? Chainsaw Man. You have a point. You have a point. You do have a point there. You do have a point. Wait a minute. The button that Mitaka found was the same one in the last panel of 97 where the cord is pulled. I don't see it. I actually don't see it. Well, I mean, it's the same color, so probably, you're probably right. Yoshida is already a devil hunter. He doesn't have a reason for being there except to keep an eye on Mitaka, and it's likely that he would try to kill her during their group task. Interesting, Alice. I think that's bait. Glasses girl dies early on. I mean... How do you subvert audience expectations, right? If you are Tatsuki Fujimoto. I think Glasses Girl is gonna survive. I think that's how Fujimoto is gonna subvert our expectations, right? Because our expectation so far is that everybody's gonna die. It's Fujimoto. She's gonna die. So how do you subvert that? By not making her die. I would not be surprised if she is going to be the new comedy relief. The same way how Kobeni was in part 1. Like, nobody's gonna replace Kobeni. Let's not get it twisted here. But I would not be surprised if she becomes like that specific person, that specific character in the next, in this specific like arc, right? Let's see. What Xander also makes a good point. I think he's there to help Denji maintain his cover. Young Kishibe looks a lot like Yoshida. Maybe Yoshida is his grandchild. I don't think that's... If Yoshida is his grandchild, then we would have known in part 1. Do they actually know if Denji is Chainsaw Man? Has he shown his identity? No. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as I remember, no. They only know Chainsaw Man as the Chainsaw Man. That's basically it. So nobody knows that Denji is Chainsaw Man. Denji is in the background? No, he's not. Where? The chapter was called 2 Birds, but one panel had 3 birds on it, maybe foreshadowing more personalities. Good catch, good catch. Good catch. Didn't Yoshida comment on the scars? No, that was Mitaka, not Yoshida. Let's see if I can actually find that page again. I'm way behind with the comments, by the way. I'm so sorry. Where is it? Yeah, here, right? No, this is Mitaka talking, not Yoshida. Huh? Those scars, my body, right? And then we cut to Yoshida talking. So I don't. So no. This is Mitaka talking, not Yoshida, because this is basically like Mitaka is in control of her body, and then suddenly she got out of her body, and then this is basically her perspective looking at herself, right? She is now outside of her body. She's suddenly looking at her own body, and she's like, wait a minute, those scars seems familiar. Wait a minute, no, that's my body. That's basically what is happening. So no, that's not Yoshida. That is Mitaka talking. There's so many comments. There's so many chats here. Let's see. Yeah, talking about the scars. Also, Yoshida looks too old for a first year, and in part 1, he says to Kishibe that he had exams coming up. Yeah, true. So in my opinion, it's likely that he infiltrated as a first year to track her down. Well, no, wait a minute. I think I'm starting to remember stuff. I think Yoshida was in middle school in part 1. And since we're now in high school, that would make sense, right? Of Yoshida taking exams, middle school exams for high school. I think that is the case. I hope he contacts Denji as quickly as possible to give him a heads up, says Xander. I want her to live because Kusukabe's ability was pretty awesome. Glasses Girl is the new Kobeni type character. She seems more composed than Kobeni though. But Kobeni the best character. I think Denji don't tell he is Chainsaw Man, yeah, to protect Nayuta. Oh yeah, of course. Mario says, I was looking for my boy Denji, but he's nowhere to be seen in the background. Yeah, I was like, somebody said Denji's in the background. I'm like, no, he's not. I mean, let's see if we can actually find him, but I don't think he is. Like I was like really looking into like some of the background characters, but nobody's there that resembles Denji at all. Like there's nobody here that resembles Denji. There's nobody here that resembles Denji as well. Especially not here. Especially not here. And especially during when like the club was talking about like new freshmen, welcome. Like I'm seeing some of these characters and there's nobody that I recognize. Denji is not here. Like even in this panel, he is not in the background. Huh. The only yeah. I mean, if we are going with Denji's design from chapter 97, right? Because Denji's design in chapter 97 is essentially when he is already in high school, so he doesn't change his hair at all, right? Somebody was asking like, maybe Denji changes his hair. No, he doesn't change his hair. So yeah, no Denji at all, unfortunately. It'd be dumb of her to expose her true nature so early. Man, I hope Denji shows up next week. Fuji's such a tease. I don't even think Denji's gonna appear next week as well. Next week, we're gonna be focusing on these 3 characters. I guarantee you that, right? These 3 characters meeting with each other. We're probably gonna be learning more about the Glasses Girl, right? And then they're gonna go out and they're gonna like scout for like devils and whatever. right? Some hijinks may come about. Yoshida's probably gonna be like really like showcasing like his ability, like being the badass that he is. Mitaka's gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck? You actually had those abilities, right? And then the War Devil's gonna be like, this person, right? I want this person. I need this person to actually be a weapon. So you need to make him your boyfriend. Like, I would not be surprised if the War Devil actually threatens Mitaka to make Yoshida his boyfriend so that Yoshida can be a weapon, right? But yeah, next week I'm probably thinking that Fujimoto's gonna be focusing more on these three characters. And when are we actually gonna see Denji? Maybe in like three or four chapters, right? 3 or 4 more chapters, maybe 5. It's gonna be a long way, but when Denji appears, trust me, it's gonna be hype as hell. Let's see what else. In JJK, only the audience can see Sukuna's tattoos to show when they switch. JJK and Chainsaw Man use each other's ideas a lot, so it's probably the same concept. Wait. Only the audience can see Sukuna's tattoos? I was under the impression that you're telling me that I was wrong for like a year, thinking that when Sukuna... We're not talking about JJK right now. I'm not gonna dive deeper into that. Hope we see Denji for chapter 100. Actually, you know what? Since we are in chapter 99... Because it is interesting, right? What is Fujimoto planning for chapter 100? Maybe nothing special at all, right? I feel like Glasses Girl would unexpectedly be powerful. Yeah, exactly. She is gonna be subverting our expectations, right? She right now feels like the normal, happy-go-lucky kid that, you know, that most of us, the audience, will think, oh, she's just cannon fodder, right? She's just cannon fodder. She is gonna die, right? But knowing Fujimoto, he is probably going to subvert our expectations. Yeah, either she has a contract with the devil. I was gonna say maybe she's a fiend, but no, she doesn't have any like devil traits and features, so she's not a fiend. So it's either a hybrid or she's just a normal average human being. Who knows? It's great that Denji didn't just pop up to be part of Mitaka's party. Yeah, actually thinking about it, I'm kind of glad that Fujimoto, again, subverted my expectations. Because I thought we were gonna get Yoshida, Mitaka, and then Denji in the same team. But no, it's somebody else. It keeps like the mystery going, right? It keeps the audience like expectations, Oh, where is he? Yoshida probably won't show off. I feel like he would be cool and reserved, but still beat up every devil. Yeah. If Yoshida's whole goal here is to capture Mitaka or to find whoever it is responsible for killing those 2 people in the news, then it would make sense for him to basically, be in cover, right? Not to showcase that he is actually a really strong person because he doesn't technically know who he is dealing with at the moment, right? Honestly, I don't see Denji falling in love with Mitaka. It'd be too obvious, and he's had plenty of women who manipulated him using a promise of love, and he'd just be like, oh, not again. But that's the thing, though. I don't think Denji is gonna fall in love with with Mitaka, but it's gonna be the other way around. Mitaka's actually is gonna be the one that is going to develop feelings for Denji, not necessarily love, but Mitaka could actually see Denji as like this really nice, sweet person, right? And it is through that, when she realizes and when she figures out that Denji is actually Chainsaw Man, that's when she's gonna have a change of heart, basically saying, no, I don't want to fight the Chainsaw Man anymore. And then that's where the internal conflict with the War Devil kicks in, right? With the War Devil going, no, I thought you want to kill the Chainsaw Man. That was the deal. Don't you want to kill this person? That's the reason why I took you over to begin with, right? And then conflict ensues, right? So Denji may not necessarily fall in love with Mitaka, but Mitaka could actually be the one that falls for Denji. Thinking about Mitaka when she say war and people start fighting themselves and start civil wars, just people going crazy. But yep, she's not controlled devil, but be crazy. Yeah. Kobeni is a deaf devil. Almost everyone around her. Plot twist. Kobeni's contract is actually with the deaf devil. That's why she is alive this entire. Chainsaw Man Part 4. Kobeni's the final boss. I'm hoping that he's already found love since the end of Part 1. I don't think. No. I mean, right now Denji is probably still, more concerned about Nayuta than anything else, right? And let's not forget, power is still out there somewhere. Let's not forget our girl. Power is still out there being reincarnated into somebody else. We don't know who yet. Is this power? No, right? Too obvious, right? No. But again, right? Well, I mean, Denji's in high school. I mean, he can still fall in love with somebody else, right? But yeah, I mean, the thing about Denji having been manipulated over and over again in Part 1 could leave some mental scarring in him, right? Especially since Makima's, like messing up with his mind and whatever. But, I always go back to like when Denji was hanging out with Reze, right? Like Denji's still in love with Reze, right? That's why he came back to the coffee shop, right? Waiting for Reze to come back. Unfortunately, Reze never came because Makima, right? So it's not like Denji is completely, absolved of love, but it could still happen, right? Again, I understand how a lot of people would think that way, and again, I wouldn't necessarily think that Denji is going to be the one that falls in love with Mitaka, but Mitaka could be the one that kind of falls for Denji, or at least grow an emotional attachment and a relationship with Denji, as friends. Healthy relationship for a change is great. Yeah, true. It is a great idea, but I don't think Fujimoto is gonna go that way at all. Knowing Fujimoto, he's probably gonna be going for the more building up the relationship. It's basically Denji falling in love in Part 2, to me, would kind of make sense for his character, right? To see him falling in love again, because we're basically seeing how Denji deals with the subject matter after all of the shit that he was dealing with in Part 1, right? How does he grow? How does he mature, right? And it would make for some like really interesting storytelling if Denji is like more, I'd say, if Denji shut himself more in terms of like relationships, because it's like he's been scarred and he's been betrayed multiple times in part 1. He possibly doesn't want to feel that way again, right? And that could lead for some like internal conflict and some great character growth, in my opinion. So either way, it could work. I'm personally more into the idea of Denji actually finding a girl in this whole situation, and maybe let the girl live for once, Fujimoto, instead of killing all of the potential candidates like you did in part 1. Please. Please. I think Denji has grown up at least a bit from all of his experiences with girls, so he won't fall for Mitaka. But that's the thing, though. Like, yeah, I can see that possibility, right? But Mitaka's not like all of the other girls. You know what I mean? Like Mitaka herself, right? Her human self is different from all of these other girls that Denji has met before, right? I see Power as a sister figure, but I know a debate over the nature of their relationship would rage for hours. Yeah, personally, I also see Power as a sister figure as well. So I don't think Denji's gonna be with Power at all. Plus, well, I mean, having read Fire Punch, I don't even know anymore, if I'm being completely honest. Because again, Power right now, possibly a new character, right? A new Blood Fiend or a new Blood Devil or whatever, right? She has been reincarnated, right? It is Denji's promise to Power to basically come meet each other again and, you know, make Power remember who she is. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Power will remain as this new character that will never just retain her memories again. And that's gonna be the depressing part of part 2. Plus, it could, you know, knowing Fujimoto, that could eliminate the whole sister figure. But again, like you said, I agree. In part 1, I see Power as a sister figure and not somebody that Denji would potentially, like, you know, be in a relationship with. If Reze were to somehow return, though, that'd be great. Yeah, that would be great as well. I mean, that's the thing about part 1. We don't know what happened to the hybrids after the final fight with Makima. Fujimoto kind of like forgot. Fujimoto forgot basically to explain what happens to the hybrids because it was never explained, right? So we are in limbo in that regard. We don't know what happened to Quan Chi with Reze and everybody else, right? That was in that fight with Makima towards the end. As far as I'm concerned, they're still alive out there somewhere, but if Fujimoto decides not to focus on them, I would be perfectly fine. I would be perfectly fine if that is the case. I don't think the main thing in the part will be just the War Devil having war with Chainsaw Man. There will be something else. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing, right? With if Fujimoto does continue with his well, it's not his plan, but it is our prediction of what his plan is, which is the 4 horsemen, right? The first part being control and conquest, second part is going to be war, and then the third and fourth will be hunger and death. But it's not going to be the same thing over and over and over again, where Denji is going to have to kill or fight that specific devil, that specific horseman, and then that's going to be the end of the part. So what happens next, we still don't know. Obviously, here's what I'm thinking. The first half of part 2, we're going to be focusing more on the War Devil and Denji, right? Fighting it out. Second half, we're probably going to be diving deeper into their psychological psyche, right? Their thoughts, their opinions, their minds, right? Because again, not necessarily being in a romantic relationship, but being friends alone is enough to give so much conflict between the two characters, right? Between Denji and Mitaka. right? Them knowing each other, them bonding, them figuring out and realizing who, each other really are, and then having to fight each other. Great conflict, to be honest. Great conflict. And knowing Fujimoto, he's gonna go all out in terms of like the psychological aspect of it. And like I said, my prediction for the end of part 2 is that either A, Mitaka is gonna be alive and well, which I don't think is gonna happen, knowing Fujimoto, but that would be sweet. Or 2, Mitaka is gonna sacrifice herself in order to kill the War Devil. Again, we still don't know what Mitaka is. We don't know if this is a hybrid situation or a fiend situation. I think this is a completely new situation. She is somebody else. No, not somebody else. She is something else, right? Not a fiend, not a hybrid. Something new, something different, right? And we don't know the rules and how contracts with a horseman devil works. Some people commented on my previous chapter, like their own theories, their own predictions. Read them out, check them out. It's really like insightful, to say the least. Let's see what else. The woman devil strong. It would be interesting if Mitaka fell in love with Denji and War Devil having that conflict with Denji while Mitaka is head over heels for her. Yeah, exactly. What the Yokoverse is saying is basically what I've been saying for like the past, I don't know how many, the last hour that I was reading. But yeah, it would be fun to read. And when I say fun, I mean depressing, knowing Fujimoto. But it would make sense. It would make sense if that is the angle that Fujimoto is going for with Mitaka's character, because it would make for some really interesting internal conflict. Yeah, the conflict would come in the end after they eventually fall in love and the War Devil is ready to take action. It was most likely Makima walking away with Nayuta taking her place. If power will return for her, if power will return her memory, then it can be turned the same with Aki and other weapon devil. But it's no. Aki's a fiend. Well, I mean, so is power. Yeah. Aki's a fiend, just like power, so. Plus, Aki's dead, dude. Aki's a human. Aki is a human, first and foremost. He's not gonna come back. Stop with the copium. He's dead. The snowball fight is enough. We don't want another snowball fight. Aki is not coming back. Stop with the copium. Isn't Denji severely disadvantaged because of his popularity? Yes, he is. Because that's the thing, that's the problem, right? The more people kind of cheer for Chainsaw Man as a hero, the weaker Denji becomes, right? Denji was no match for Makima. War Devil seems more powerful than her, so Denji will have to solve this without violence, says Killer Bean. This was a topic that I was discussing in the previous chapter reaction / read-through, which is the power scaling of the four horsemen, right? Who is more powerful in the hierarchy between the four? Personally, I think Makima and Dev are neck and neck, followed by War and Famine. I think Makima is just slightly more powerful than the War Devil, because there is a theory going on, and I kind of like this theory, and that is the horsemen, the three other horsemen never really came into play in part 1 because they were afraid of Makima because of how powerful she is. Remember, Makima has the ability to control other devils, right? What does War have that Makima does not?